Okay, today I'm videotaping from my house because my son broke his ankle, so I'm home to help him take care of him. We're going to make op art pumpkins, but we're going to weave. So what you're going to do is you're first going to get, and this is the only thing I had at home, so I'm trying to see how this works. You're going to take a large orange piece of paper. You're going to fold it in half like a hamburger, and then you're going to draw an inch. Because, I'm sorry, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have this rectangle piece, then you're going to cut it where it's curved like a pumpkin. Okay, do you see how it's curved like a pumpkin? And then when you open it up, it's going to look like a nice big pumpkin. We'll put a stem on there and maybe trim the top of it out. Like here, I would go back in later and curve this and put my pumpkin stem. So, but back to this first part. The first thing that you do is you cut an arch. Basically, you figure out the shape of your pumpkin, and we'll practice drawing some pumpkins first. Then you take your ruler down and you come down 2 inches right in the middle of the pumpkin. On this is the fold. So you would do 2 inches, do a little notch, and then basically lay it on that pumpkin and kind of eye it to where it's straight. Draw a straight line here across. And this is going to be the back side. You're going to have your name right there. Then you're going to come here and you're going to get basically an inch and come with that and draw your line, draw your line. Then something that's helpful for you is you can come up here on this top line and you can basically draw 1 inch little tick marks, 1, 2, 3, if you want to. I had lines originally where I just put the ruler down, and I think that might be easier for you. So set the ruler down, draw a nice big tick mark, set it down here, and kind of try to keep it straight. This is only to guide you for where you're going to put your curved lines. You're going to just cut them. So at the top I have these nice big tick marks. You can see the tick marks. And you're just going to set the ruler down. I'm not having you draw this. I don't think you need to draw your wavy line. If you want to draw your wavy line, go ahead. But all I did is I just started cutting. And you're going to cut wavy lines. I cut zigzag lines. So you're going to cut that. Then you're going to get a large black piece of paper. We're going to only use orange and black. You're going to get a large black piece of paper. And I have another video to show you of another teacher teaching this lesson but not doing pumpkins. Then you're going to start weaving, and these lines are also going to be cut. See how this lines up right here if I actually had it? These are also going to be wavy lines. So you're going to push it together. You might need to flap it over and make sure that you've got far enough in. Then you're going to do one at a time. So then I'm going to come here, curve, and this is going to be a larger piece. Maybe do some zigzags in there. Curve it again. Like I said, you're only doing one at a time. Leave it straight like this. It matches up. It should be right next to where it was. Okay, it matches up. If this is on top of the paper, then you're going to go under the paper. So if I go under the paper, and you're going to alternate. And it shouldn't touch the next piece of paper next to you. And I have a big example of this that I'm going to show you on the board and work with this. I particularly don't like weaving, but that's why I'm changing this a little bit. So we're going to do pumpkins. I think it's a little more interesting. Now I get it as tight in as I can, and then maybe, like I said, see how this is a little shorter? Bring it up a little bit. There's my clock. You never hear these sounds when I do the recordings in the classroom. And then I would just keep going until I get all the way to the edge. And then we might cut out some paper, white and black, and make some eyeballs, put some teeth on there, maybe some green teeth, you know. And then we'll have a stem, and we can even put some ivy around it. So this is going to be our op art weaving pumpkins. And there's, like I said, there's another video I'll show you. These will have to be glued, but I'm thinking I might go back in and maybe make these look like little V's. Makes a little bit interesting. But you have to be very careful when you're cutting these so they don't come back out. See how I like that, the way that looks better. But you don't want to cut it first, because then you might have a hard time keeping it in. And maybe this side, I go the V down this way, and there, a little bit more interesting, and there you go.